Hey guys, Travis Davidson here, aka Grillboy, coming to you on the OU Insider YouTube channel with episode 3 of Cooking with Grillboy. This week, after we barely took care of business with Houston, I hope a lot of you guys tried that recipe, by the way, that collard greens. I've got to make it again. It turned out so well. This week, we've moved on. We are on to Tulane. Right now, I think we're about a 14.5 favorite. We'll see where that line ends up. But I'm going to be making a bit of New Orleans food, right? Tulane in New Orleans. You could go in a lot of different ways. You could go jambalaya, you could go gumbo, you could go all over the place. What I did was I went with a dish that could be either a side or an entree. So it gives you a couple different options. There's a couple different ways to do it. We're going with red beans and rice today. Now, some people want it as a one-pot meal, add the rice in while it's cooking. I'm actually going to do the rice separate and just do kind of a sausage and andouille sausage red beans and rice recipe. So anyways, let's get to it, starting with the ingredient list. Here we go. First, we've got kidney beans. Now, many people in these type of recipes, they'll say you've got to soak your beans the day before, overnight, and then start cooking with them the next day. But for the sake of speed and ease, I want people to be able to make these. Maybe you're seeing this video on Thursday, you want to eat it Friday, you're making it Friday, want to eat it Saturday. I don't want people to see this video and then not be able to have time to cook it by the time the game starts, because it's a 2:30 kit. Next, we've got the red bell pepper, the celery, and the onion, better known in Cajun cooking as the Holy Trinity. So these three are the foundation for many Cajun and Creole dishes, not to be confused with the French cooking version, which is mirepoix. That's carrots, celery, and onions. So most Cajun dishes are going to start with these three things, the Holy Trinity. I've got to have my garlic. I've got about 5 cloves that I'm going to throw in this. Next, we've got our dry seasonings. We've got our dried thyme. We're going to have our smoked paprika and our cayenne pepper. We've got our andouille sausage up here. I've got 5 of them, and I've got some chicken stock. Now, this andouille sausage, I like a meaty red beans and rice. Some people like it as a side. They only put 1 sausage in it. I like a lot. So, on to the celery. Pretty straightforward here. We're just going to cut this down into, 1/2-inch pieces, something like that. The bell pepper, pay attention here. This is the best way to cut it. So, cut the top off, cut the bottom off, cut a slit down the side, and then open it up, pull the guts out, and then you're just going to slide your knife down and take all that ribbing off. So, you've got that kind of membrane that's in there. Do that. Slide your knife, now that you've got all bell pepper, slide your knife around, and then just start cutting these. And I eventually like to stack them, run my blade through it like that, and there you go. Next, you've got your garlic, which we talked about. Smash the garlic, which really makes that exterior able to be pulled off. While I'm screwing with that, make sure you're hydrating. Simple Modern, taking care of me with the tumbler. I don't know how many videos you need of me cutting an onion, but here's 3rd week in a row of me cutting a white onion. So this time we're cutting it in chunks instead of I was cutting them kind of in strings or slices in the past. This time I'm going to cut across the onion, and then I'm going to cut like I had in the other videos. They're going to give me some nice kind of a chunky dice, if you will. Nothing too thin. Just like that. Next, we've got our sausage. So you can cut these a couple different ways. This casing isn't too crazy, so I didn't pull the casing off. If you're going with something else, like a homemade sausage, something like that, you're gonna want to cut the casing off, or at least. Hey guys, we'll get to the cooking next, but I had a couple people to thank. First, LC Management for the hat. Heavy hitter. A lot of people see me wear this hat and they're like, is he a boxer? Does he smoke a lot of marijuana or medicate, as they say around here? No, this is Lauren Chamberlain's brand, the original heavy hitter, former home run queen after Jocelyn Allo took over that record. But Lauren Chamberlain's brand, it is awesome. LC Management, check them out. Next, I've got Shop Double Team. You guys see me wear their stuff all the time. This is Reddy and his sister Angie, brother and sister, former walk-on kicker at OU. They created this brand. I absolutely love it. This is their Thunder Polo, but they've also got OSU gear now, and then they've got OU gear as well. I've got a bunch of their OU shirts. So go check them out, shopdoubleteam.com. Now, let's get to cooking these red beans and rice. All right, you're going to start by heating some oil over medium high. Then you're going to add your sausage, and we're going to brown this sausage and really get some of the fat out of that sausage so we can use that to cook down our vegetables. Speaking of vegetables, again, add the onion first. We do this every week. Onions have a lot of moisture. You want to get those cooked down. Let that moisture release. Let these soften up. You're going to want to stir this in to really mix with all the oils that the sausages let out, as well as the oil that we heated initially in the pan. Next, the rest of our Holy Trinity, peppers and celery. I'll tell you, Holy Trinity right now might be Troy Everett, Branson Hickman, and Josh Bates, probably. You got to get that center position correct. But I digress. Stir your Holy Trinity in. Next, you add your garlic. Every week, I always add garlic. So, throw that in there, give that a good stir. You're going to want to wait to put this in late. You don't want it to burn. Next, throw your seasonings in. Your dry thyme. I'm going to sprinkle that. I had a little bit left in there. Toss it in there. And then you've got your cayenne. And then next, you've got your paprika. I could add seasoning puns. We're talking about experience on the team, but I don't think you guys would like that. So we're going to go on with the chicken stock instead. So, chicken stock, you're going to want to stir this all around, and then you're going to want to add, I've got a liter of chicken stock here. You want it just to cover all of your solid ingredients, right? You want it to cover your sausage, all your vegetables, everything like that. And then you're going to, again, leave this on like a medium high and let this reduce down. Reduce this for 20 minutes, then add the beans. I don't add salt here because as you reduce chicken stock, it ends up getting salty, and you can't unsalt a dish. Should look like this. There's a bit. All right, time to plate up. Give it the taste test. I've got my bowl of white rice here. I don't think I gotta teach you guys how to cook white rice. Do a cup of rice, 2 cups water, boil it, let it rest, covered for 15 minutes, boom, you got rice. It's not tough. But I've got this. You wanna take a look at this. It's got that nice creamy consistency. We smashed some of those beans to kind of let out some of that texture. Scoop that up right next to the rice. Now, you could go right on top of it, but you know, too long in restaurants makes me try and plate everything good looking. So anyways, we've got that right there. That should be your final product. We go in right here, get some of that rice. Still very hot, as you can see from the steam. I managed not to do the type situation, but very good. Everything's coming through, right? You've got that thyme, you've got the paprika, definitely get the cayenne. It's a little bit spicy, but it's cooked down so much that you've almost got a gravy to put over that white rice. So check this recipe out. Cook it for your watch party, your tailgate, anything really. This is a good cold weather dish that's about to come up very hearty and very meaty because I put a lot of andouille sausage in there. So appreciate you tuning in. Make this dish. Appreciate Simple Modern. Appreciate LC Management. Appreciate Shop Double Team. Appreciate OU Insider and all the people that check this out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what to make next week as we take on Tennessee finally into SEC play.